everybody, it's Mafdominus, and today I'm going to be talking about Jeffy's Mother's Day, the latest SML video that has come out. Now, this isn't going to be a full-blown SML review, but rather talking about the potential this video had and how it was wasted. In fact, I'm going to be working on the March and April 2024 SML reviews later down this month. Yes, I know I'm a bit behind on those videos, but I need to watch every single one of those videos in order to make full opinions on them. And it can be quite difficult when most of them are 10 minutes long and kind of a chore to sit through, but eventually I will get those reviews made and the videos will come out, so I promise it'll be better late than never. But anyways, Mother's Day. Everybody loves Mother's Day. It's the day you celebrate your mother, whether it be the woman that actually birthed you, or an adoptive relative, or a complete stranger that happened to become your maternal figure. Whatever your relationship is with your mother, she is your mother. So go ahead and give her a big hug, tell her how much you love her and appreciate her, because you don't know for how long you're going to have her for the rest of your life. So go on ahead, go, appreciate your mamas. But unfortunately for Jeffy, his mother was quite abusive, and even though Nancy doesn't show up in a lot of SML videos, in the videos she does show up, it showcases just how much of a bad mother she is. Which is why it was quite satisfying when she died. Twice. But now she has been brought back for this video, but the good news is, it was all a dream! But maybe the video would have been better if Nancy was actually brought back. Okay, let me explain, because I know bringing characters back from the dead is a terrible cliche that everybody should stop using. But not all cliches are bad. In fact, it's not about what cliches you're using, it's about how you use it. And I fully believe that bringing back Nancy to life for this video could have actually made the video better. Let me explain. To give a summary to the video, Marvin and Jeffy forgot to give Rose something for Mother's Day. I mean, I don't know why Marvin has to give her a gift. I mean, she is not his mom, unless she is, in which case I'm getting Chris Chan vibes here. So Jeffy quickly makes a cake for Rose, but Rose obviously doesn't want to try it because, I mean, look at it, it's disgusting. But Jeffy's feelings get hurt, so he runs away to try to find a new mother, and Nancy kidnaps him. Marvin and Rose realize that he's gone missing, so they call the cops, and Brooklyn Guy is not in this video, so maybe Logan is listening to a little bit of our criticisms? Or not, maybe it was just a coincidence and Brooklyn Guy's just gonna come back in the next video, but Simmons is in this video, and just before Nancy can kill Jeffy, Simmons comes along and saves him. But as it turns out, it was all just a dream. None of it really happened. So yeah, it kind of ended on the whole cliche, it was all a dream type of plot that practically everybody and their mother hates. But the thing is, the video could have actually had a lot of potential to it if it was just executed right, because I feel like the first half of this video was actually pretty good. Maybe not the best thing that SML has made, but certainly better than what he's putting out recently. Which isn't a lot to say. I mean, when SML has something mediocre and then he does something slightly better, it can feel like $1,000,000. But it was that first half that made me realize that this video had so much potential. Because what I like about the first half is that it sets up a conflict. Jeffy and Marvin need to get something for Rose for Mother's Day, so Jeffy quickly whips up something and then comes in the conflict, when Rose basically says something is disgusting, but Jeffy takes it to mean that his cake is disgusting, so Jeffy runs away. That build-up was actually pretty good, relatively speaking to SML anyways. It can definitely seem a little bit cliche to outsiders, but for SML standards, this was actually well executed pretty well. But then the video falls apart in the second half, because when Marvin and Rose realize that Jeffy is missing, they call Simmons, but then it just turns into a filler nightmare where they just kind of screw around instead of looking for Jeffy. So if Brooklyn Guy isn't causing filler, it's Simmons that's gonna cause filler. But the thing is, the second half isn't all that bad, because the parts where Jeffy gets kidnapped by Nancy was actually well done for what little there was. And you can start seeing the problem with this video. The second half just falls apart because of Logan's schedule. Because Logan needs to rush out this video, he needs to quickly add some filler in, but this ends up causing the video to feel a bit disappointing. And here's that potential I was talking about. This video could have been about Simmons. No, really, stay with me on this. Simmons is not all that interesting of a character. He's really just there to be Brooklyn Guy's partner. But what if, for this video, Simmons was the main character? At least for the second half of this video, because when Marvin and Rose call the cops to find Jeffy, Simmons is the only one because obviously there's an explanation. Brooklyn guy went off with his mother on a holiday. So because Simmons is working on his own, he has to put his detective and police skills to use. And the rest of the video could be spending time trying to figure out where Jeffy went. There could have been a lot of detective scenes going on where Simmons is investigating. But it's not just about Simmons. Bring back Nancy. Okay, yes, I get it. People are kind of tired of Logan bringing back Nancy from the dead. He did it once, so he shouldn't do it again. But what if there was an explanation for why Nancy is always seemingly coming back to life? What if there is some kind of more supernatural quality to her? This is where I think Logan can introduce more supernatural elements to SML, which was kind of present in the old days with Luigi's Mansion and all the ghosts and general undead stuff that old SML used to have. What if the reason Nancy comes back to life is because she's some sort of necromancer or like a witch, and she put a curse on herself to always come back to life until she gets what she wants, which is money, but now she just wants revenge on Jeffy for Jeffy getting her killed twice. And in fact, what if we get to learn that Nancy is part of a coven of witches or other supernatural cults? It can easily build up Logan to have some kind of overarching story about the supernatural world trying to get the main character for killing one of their highest notable members. And Simmons discovers this plot while he's trying to rescue Jeffy. So not only do you give a rather minor SML character some depth and character to him, but also expand on the world of SML and make an explanation for why Nancy is bringing people back to life. And of course herself back to life. I know these are my sort of crazy ideas, but I think they could actually work because again, the supernatural has been kind of part of SML for a little bit. And it would just be so interesting if Logan actually got to explore some of that. And I felt like it had potential with Jeffy's Mother's Day. So my plot of how this video could have gone is Rose wants a gift for Mother's Day and Marvin and Jeffy forgot, so Jeffy quickly whips up a cake. Rose thinks that it looks delicious, but she really doesn't want to try it. Basically, the first part of the video can remain as is, but it's the second half of the video that should be different. Jeffy runs away, so Marvin and Rose call Simmons. Simmons sets up an investigation to figure out where Jeffy went. Meanwhile, Jeffy gets kidnapped by Nancy, and it turns out Nancy is sort of the leader of a bunch of witches, a part of this occult that practices witchcraft, and they're going to get revenge on Jeffy for killing their leader. Simmons discovers that the cult's activities have been running rampant throughout the entire city, and using the clues provided for him, Simmons eventually finds Nancy. An epic battle between Simmons and the witches happens. He's kind of like this one-man army that kills all of the witches. Just as he was about to shoot Nancy, Nancy says that she is always going to come back, a reference to William Afton. He kills her and rescues Jeffy. And instead of telling us in the video that Jeffy needs to appreciate his stepmother more, why don't we actually show it? Jeffy goes up to Rose and says how sorry he is for making her want to eat a cake that she didn't want to eat. He tells her how much he actually appreciates her way better than his real mother. Rose forgives Jeffy and it's a heartwarming moment. But Simmons then looks back at his investigation and all his clues and realizes that the cult has kind of spread further beyond Florida, and it isn't the last time that he's going to see Nancy. See, that would have actually made for a better video, but there's just one problem. I had to come up with this long after Logan uploaded the original video. I feel like the ideas that I can come up with are something that Logan can also come up with if he just had a little bit more time to think things through for these videos. Logan is a creative guy, but he's really not giving himself enough time to actually work on his videos because of his ludicrous schedule. So because of that, this video's potential was wasted. Instead, we got another video that had a lot of potential but was ruined because of filler and a Blumpkin, which I don't even know what that is. Let me look that up, guys. Well, I officially need therapy. And I've said this in previous videos before, but this is kind of Logan's problem. Because he's rushing out videos, he doesn't really have enough time to actually think of a fully fledged out plot for these videos. He's a very creative guy, but when he's rushing out videos, his creativity is limited. He has no full potential. And the only reason I'm able to come up with better ideas for a video is because the video has already been released, so I have a blueprint for how I could have improved this video, when I shouldn't have to do this when Logan already has the potential to do these really great ideas. So Logan, you wasted the potential for Jeffy's Mother's Day to actually have been a really great video, but you can still make a bunch of other great videos if you just slow down a bit. Go back to making 1 or 2 videos a week so that you can actually have time to think these plots through. Once Logan actually slows down and actually thinks of really good ideas for videos, then Logan can really make some really good videos. Perhaps some of the best videos in a new age of SML Renaissance can begin, but one can dream. What do you guys think? Do you think Jeffy's Mother's Day is good, or did it really lose its potential? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.
Tell me why I'm stuck as a virgin with